Kobega now, Salusungu Msigwa, who is with us studying at Lutheran Seminary. And also I want to bring greetings from Muhanga Parish. Thank you for choosing Muhanga. Muhanga is more than 200 kilometers from Iringa town. The parish is green over the year, and they are living there. There are many people in the parish. Since you started to have a friendship, the Muhanga parish is growing very fast. And then it happened that there are many members at the station, so now they are building the new church. The church now, they're erecting walls, and they are making their bricks themselves from the rivers and taking stones. So members are working bega kobega or hand to hand together. The village is shortage of the water, hygiene water. Young children and women are carrying water from the river also, which is not clean. And also it is more than 100 kilometers to go to the dispensary or the hospital. So the Muhanga parish decided to build a dispensary. Thank you for supporting that. Thank you for supporting buildings. They have already started, and they are making other things so that things can go.
Today is Jesus turns water into wine, and for my children.
When you build Muhanga Parish, when you think about students, you think about dispensary. The dispensary will help not to carry those women who are pregnant more than 50 kilometers to the hospital. And to carry is not by using car. They make 2 trees here, and they put in the shoulders, and they carry the woman 50 kilometers. Anyone who's sick, 50 kilometers they are carrying. So thinking about building this dispensary will help them to stop waterborne disease, and also the birth rate for children who are dying because of maybe late for taking them to the hospital. And also, there is a very important point to support kids. In Africa, when you support one kids, especially girls, there are few girls who are going to school. All of them, when they finish school, they were taking as house girl and houseboy, but also they were getting pregnant because kids were traveling far away to go to school, and the others were limited not to send to school because of a lack of school fees. The family economic is very low. They can harvest, they can produce, but they don't have place to sell because they have to carry one of bag for more than 200 kilometers to go for market, which is very difficult. So that having a partner with Muhanga, it is you are speaking to the voiceless people. So now when you support girls, you have supported the family, because in Africa, women are those who are staying with the kids. Men, they can go and having another family there, but women stay with kids. So it is very important to support wherever anything you are supporting for Muhanga. You are making, you are delivering these kids from the risky and big problems. So first of all is education, and also even this primary school which is there in the village, it's not very productive. They lack of benches, they have lack of material for schools. But the very important is to support them in education, primary school and secondary school. So in the level of secondary school, that's very important, where when anyone is studying secondary school, it is possible in the future to get a job or any activities. So now, since we started, we have few girls now who are starting to become a teacher or village leaders, or they want to be, some of them, nurse. So supporting the student, we are preparing also the workers who can come and work in the support only members of Lutheran Church. it will support the whole village. The village is very big, and it is very, the environment is close, is not safe even for the cars to go there. So the government now is working on how to prepare roads to go to Muhanga, but it takes a long time. For those who have been in Muhanga, they know. I have ladies here who went to Muhanga. They don't have water from the taps. And that's a very big challenge. So I want to thank you for everyone who has been supporting education. Please go on. We still have more kids who want to go to school, but they don't have school fees. But also, when you think about this dispensary, but now they are planting trees and they're planting avocados so that they can have fruits around the village, which is okay. But also, those fruits for project, they can sell it and send it to others. So I'm here, one of the grassroots, because I went to Muhanga and slept there. It is normal for one who can sleep on the ground. Sometimes they don't have even mattress. So you can see the life of there. And some of the parents have passed away because of COVID sometime, but some of them for HIV. It was the problem in Africa, you know that. So we have single mother, we have single parent, and some of the parents passed, all of them. So we have more orphans. And this also went even to the village. Some of parents has passed away, so we have few kids who do not have parents. So that's the way that on how I think, so the partnership has made a good way. Wherever you send the money is go directly to help the person, because the money goes directly to the parish. If it goes to the diocese, the parish pastor and the committee of partnership being informed. And there are some other things you send there. There people are enjoying, remember you. So now you can say, because of COVID, how can you do? You can still communicate to them. Now in our synod office, the new Bega Kobega coordinator and the others, you can Zoom. For example, if we are prepared this meeting, we could be connected to them. The diocese, we launch this trip. We take a few of members from Muhanga. They come to Iringa town, where we can sit and see. So pastor and the chairman of committee here could arrange that the one day you can communicate with Peter's and also communicate of Iringa diocese, so that we can get time to talk. So you can travel through Zoom. Praise God. So that's also. So let us not say because of COVID, the relationship is difficult. Now, even myself, when I was coming here, I have 4 children, 2 boys and girls. Messiah, Promise, Perfect, and Maximilian. I talked to them at night. Here it was night, for them it was morning. It was the time for sleeping, so I talked to them. We can talk through WhatsApp every day, so that technology has advanced. But the good thing at Muhanga now, you can speak by phone, because these phones, you can communicate with the pastor also. So it is possible you can travel by that. But also, you can greet each other with the Muhanga by supporting. So I want to say that for me, and Muhanga is one of the, in our Office of Mission Evangelism, it's called the mission areas. We have about 10 mission areas in our office out of 150 parishes which we have. Muhanga is one of them, where I have been traveling to see and encourage them to continue to be Christian, but also to continue to think about economic activities, to think about what can they support. The good way is that they also do themselves. Are them who think about building dispensary. So they have also made bricks. What they lack is cement and the other things to continue, and also other facilities. So I have talked too much, but I don't have any language to speak more, but you are welcome. I thank you. We love you. Our bishop welcomes you. We have secondary schools if you want to volunteer. We have primary school. We have orphanage center. We have the university where someone can volunteer, but you can volunteer to this dispensary, where you can go to Muhanga and also sometimes we stay with them and talk to them. You can see. But when COVID is low, you can plan a trip. You are welcome. We will welcome by dancing. We will dance together. I know you are not dancing, I know. But when you are there, you will dance. You know, David, when he was in leadership, he said, I cannot dance. When he saw a good people are dancing, you know, he danced until the clothes he unclosed. He was empty. So we have a culture which can make you enjoy. I have connected with the director of music now. We are going to think about Tanzanian culture or songs to come to your parish. You are the best parish. It is my first parish to see you sing Tanzania song. I have not seen here. I have more than 10 parishes now visiting, but now this is my first parish to see the culture in Africa, the culture in America. I'm studying liberation theology at seminary. We are very good professors. So we're talking about George Tinker, and we talk about Guteza. You know, I know you know. These are the people who think about American culture. Where is our American culture? We found that we have American culture, but also we have African culture, which are together. The way to think, the way to sing, the way to do things. So I thank God that I have a good parish where I think, Kent, you can welcome me anytime. I can come and sing with choir, you know? Oh, okay. I'm so glad that. So I'm very happy. This parish is very good. You are a good people. So I know we're going to have another service, but I didn't know. I don't know the time. In Africa, we don't think about time. We produce time. So I have to think about time. We still have time?
About 30 minutes.
Okay.
Yep.
So I think after having talked that, it's possible someone can speak, but you are welcome. I'm here on behalf of African people, but also I want to say that you are the voice to the voiceless people. I'm the voice to the voiceless people because one of the barriers is language. People cannot present themselves because we don't know English well. So I'm speaking here to thank you. But also I want to thank you. We are here at Lutheran Seminary because of you. We have been supported by the partnership to come here. It's not easy for our Iringa diocese to support us to come to study. Since we started the partnership, I think it's only one who came to study here. And we need this education because we want also to be a bridge between you and our friends. I was one of them who my parents passed away when I was very young. And I stayed at home without studying. And there is one lady from America who visited our church. I was singing choir, singing Sunday school, teaching Sunday school in the church, who said, that kid, what are you doing here? I said, I'm here. My parents said that we don't have school fees to go to school. So I went to school through partnership. So think about that. And now I'm supporting many people to speak on behalf of them. Please, I'm asking to support girls first, and then boys too. I have seen what is happening in the village of Muhanga. Some people are taking advantage to pregnate them because they don't have economy. They are not going to school. So you can see a young lady of 18 years carrying a baby on the back, and also carrying a big bucket from the river going to grinding machine more than 20 kilometers. We don't know how electricity. Now they are trying to put electricity in the village. So women should carry a bag of maize to grind more than 20 kilometers. There are still patriarchal system which is oppressing women. So I'm crying for that. So supporting education, supporting the dispensary, that will make hunger difference on the future. We can reduce that disease. So thank you for that. Oh, someone want to speak? Can I have microphone? Okay.
How much does it cost for a year of schooling for a child? And then if I wanted to sponsor a child for a year, how would I do that? And Pastor Kim, you might have to help answer that. So how much does it cost for a year of schooling, and how would I sponsor a child?
I actually don't know if I'm the most educated person in this room to respond to that. I might actually ask Kathy if you want to say anything to that, since you've been involved in this program a little longer than I have. But I do know that we offer, well, I'll take a stab and see if I'm learning this correctly, and you add on to what I'm saying, Kathy, please. I believe a scholarship for 1 year costs $750.
No, 400.
400. Nope, I was wrong. I'm just going to let you go for it, Kathy. Kathy is on our global missions team and has been for a while, and also has a lot of good experience with us. So why don't you tell us, Kathy?
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Actually, we just finished our drive for our scholarships. We try and post it in the bulletin starting in October, because we need to have the money into the Senate by the 31st of December. So we kind of close it on December 1st. But it's $400. The church pays the fees for transferring, so all of your money goes towards the scholarships. And that sponsors, that's fees for one child. Now, how they kind of split it up is some families don't need the full support, so they will kind of break up the money. So we've been kind of giving up a dollar figure, which I right offhand, I don't remember what it is, but we're supporting 17. There's money there for 17 scholarships. They could probably send more depending upon whether a family needs the full amount or if they only need half of the amount or whatever it is. So it's once a year that we do, and we start the appeal in October. So the congregation. Anybody else here on the committee? The church supports, I believe, is 9 scholarships, and we have, I think, 5 individuals that support a scholarship. And sometimes they, a couple or a mother and daughter will split a scholarship, or a family will split a scholarship. We have, Welka does 2 scholarships, Sunday school does 1. So I think that comes out to 17, around that anyway.
That sounds familiar to me, yes.
So, but that's how it goes.
So to answer the other part of your question, if you wanted to sponsor a student in the future, 10-ish months from now, 9-10 months from now, we'll be sending out the appeal again that we're taking scholarship donations. A partial or a full scholarship donation is welcome. And talking to the women's team, especially since, or not the women's team, the global mission team, especially since they've been also doing script card orders on Sunday mornings, are quite available to answer questions about those scholarship programs. And we do this every year. So that's good news. We can continually offer scholarship support that way, because it's an annual effort for us. Thanks for being here, Kathy, and jumping in to round out what I am still learning, being new to St. John's.
Is there another way to give to the dispensary, Kathy, other than strip?
Yeah, you could just make a donation.
Just direct donation?
Just, just mark it to Tyra and then we'll support the dispensary.
Okay, what about during Lent? Is there a special?
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, generally our Lenten boxes are great for we use that for donations for our capital for the dispensary.
Want to say that thank you. I'm still here. If anything you'd like to speak to me with me on the future about that, I'm happy to see eyes to eyes about what you think. Thank you for thinking. Any contribution, it's not that you have to contribute the exact money. You can contribute anything, but because it's shoulder to shoulder, that means someone contribute maybe a half, maybe if the $400 for one student, you can contribute maybe 100. Someone can contribute another. Then together you support one student. So that's happened. So don't people should not worry about that. But also the same as dispensary. Because you have friends who are building dispensary, you'll be more connected. Our office are very transparent. From here, Peter is very transparent, who is holding the Bega Kobega. Some of the questions will be answered by Peter Harris. But also, if you want us to talk, I'm looking this one. I'm seeing this question. I'm taking back also to Muhanga Parish to tell them your friends are thinking about you. You have to work hard, and whatever they receive, they will give you information that you have received everything. So through the committee. So there is a connection between parish to parish. So that's why it's very transparent. So I thank God for that. Even dispensary, you can contribute anything. On the future, when dispenser now is working, if there are some people who are working in the hospital, they want to contribute things instead of money, on the future will be possible. For example, dispenser equipments. Sometime you would like some dispenser equipments from here to go there. That's the time for people who are traveling now to go back to Tanzania. They can come with them. And sometimes you can think people who want to volunteer in the village to stay a little bit, who are nurses, who are doctors, that will be possible. And some other parishes, they have doctors who are going. We have the main hospital called Ilula, which is going to take care of this dispensary. So we have people from America who are coming to the Ilula hospital, which is in town, and also going to Muhanga will be possible. So thank you for that. I want to welcome another question. If someone has another question. Okay, there's another one.
To take care of the kids, like orphan, the ones that have lost their parents.
That is a very good question. We have one program which is, we have two programs. The first program, if we see the problem is not big for a child who lost the parents, we handle to one of the members of the church to take care around the parish. But if it's a serious case where the safety for kids, we have the orphanage center, where from a kid for one day can stay to the orphan center as a nursing place. So it's called Huruma Center. Huruma, it's mercy. So we have more than 30 or in each year we are receiving to that Huruma Center. It's a Lutheran center, it belongs for us. And now, to rescue them, we are starting the program to build the primary school in the Huruma Center, so that kids cannot go to the public school where it's not safe, because last week one kids were kidnapped so that they can hide the witness, because the kid was kidnapped by the member of the family and sexual harassed. So the case was in the court. To hide this information, they came and they kidnapped the kid when she was going to school. And that's why I said to support a special girl to go to school, it is important. Are the one who are being sexual harassed most of the time by the family, sometimes brother or sister, relative, or somewhere. So these are the kids we are hiding to Huruma Center so that they can be safe. So we have the center, and we have a program here. When you talk to Peter Harris, there is a coordinator of the Huruma Center here in St. Paul, who is raising some money for food and the other things. But now we are going to start to build a primary school. We have preschool already, where they can live there and start there. But we want also in a primary school, English medium primary school, where it will be in Huruma Center. But in secondary school, we have schools. We have 7 schools, secondary school, where they are boarding school. So in secondary school, it is easier because they are being taken to the community and they sent to school and they stay in school. Yeah, so, and that scholarship you are supporting, our kids are going to our schools. It is possible for them to be Lutheran trained and also music, and also teach the word of God, because in the public school it's not easy to teach it. The word of question is very important. So some of the kids are from hunger. To rescue them, we transport them and put to the Huruma Center for those who have big problem. But to those who do not have big problem, we just advise to stay with in the members, so that for family connection sometime in the future, so that they can have communication on the future. Thank you. Okay.
Yes, I got a couple of questions. What is the population of Muhanga? Okay, what's the population of Muhanga, and are they all Lutherans? Are there other religions, Muslims, etc.?
They can continue asking.
Oh, continue asking, and then you're going to write them down.
Yes.
I just thought you could teach us to say one thing in Swahili, maybe. How do we say God bless you in Swahili?
Okay, the first question is, what's the population of Muhanga? Actually, I don't have proper statistics that what I want to say first, but it's just approximately. I want to say that. Approximately in Africa, people are increasing because every family, they insist to have a babies. And sometimes they expect more number of babies from one family. Pastor Kendi, I think you have not come in Africa, but we have a extended family. My friend knows how many girls, how many children do you see in the church? Western, approximately. A lot. So we have a lot of people. Yes, you expect, you support many people. They can eat the food today and sleep well, it's okay. So they don't have that family planning well, I think. That's also, having hospital, that will be the source for education. But we have many people. They are giving birth every year. One family could have 10 children. It's possible. One mother. And 5, now the number is reducing a little bit. 5 children. Okay. So that's how it happens that they still have more. There's some polygamy too. People have more than 2 wives. They can stay in one house and having babies for their family. And in Africa, babies are being named by the men's names. So it is still patriarchal system. It is there. So I remember my friend when visited Tanzania. So in Africa, the church is growing, let us say, because the number of kids are coming up, and also a lot of young people are going to the church. So that's how it happens. And the baptism, for example, this year they had a 18 confirmation class, and they baptized a lot of kids during Christmas time. So we have many people who are there. But another question is the population of religions. The first one is Lutheran. It is growing very fast at Muhanga. Most of them are Lutherans. The second is Roman Catholic. They are Roman Catholic. And the third one is this Pentecostalism church, also are going there. And we now the traditional worshippers are very few because the Christianity has taken part. Most of the members are Lutherans. And Muhanga, it was the first place for Lutheran to start. You have to remember this. And it comes through to Iringa Diocese. It is Muhanga and Itonya, they are close parishes. The Lutheran started there. Lutheranism, where Germany came, stopped there. They hid themselves from the Mkwawa hero, who was oppressing them not to come to Iringa. So they went to the mountain and they stayed there. They were walking and there. So it's the place where Lutherans started. So they have more Lutherans. We have very few people who are Muslims in Muhanga. But we have Muslims in town. Iringa town, we have Muslims. Muslims, they are in town in the coastal area. But in the mountain area, we have more Christianity than that. So that's how I want to respond about religions. But the support is helping all religions. It does not choose Lutheran. We were thinking about poverty. We don't think about faith. And sometimes we think about those people who has problem. For example, orphans are the first people to be concerned. Orphans and those who have a problem, they are one who's supposed to be sponsored. But now we insist more girls to be sponsored without choosing Lutheran or Roman or Muslims. When we select, we see in the village how it is. And sometimes even the evangelist children, we think they should go to school because they are working in a mission of God. Kids should study so that they can have a good family in the future. And sometimes even pastors, their kids now are going to school because of that kind of education. So thank you for that. But also the last question you said about how can we speak about Swahili word, God bless you? Okay, now we're going to start a school. So when you want to say God bless you, you say Mungu akubariki. Can you speak with me? Say Mungu akubariki. Yeah, so we always in Africa shake hands, say Mungu akubariki. Mungu akubariki. Okay, so it is Mungu, you know, M-U-N-G-U, and akubariki, bless, God bless you, is A-K-U-B-A-R-I-K-I. Mungu akubariki. Yeah, it's difficult a little bit, but Dr. Ken can say well. He's not Swahili well, I don't know. He's here. Thank you for that. So, okay, another question? Yes, can we see? I know Americans are looking for watches always. Okay, and also I know you're enjoying snow.
I think we have about 5 minutes left. If anyone has any lingering questions or anything you're curious about that we can hear for a good first-hand story for.
Okay.
Any final things? Oh, Dennis. Great.
Well, if we don't have other questions, I will always ask music questions. So in Tanzanian worship, how long is the service usually? And do we have a choir? And do we use printed hymn books or bulletins? How is the music, or how is the worship organized? Thank you.
I'm going to start answering that question. When we went and visited, the service that we went to was 4 hours long. It was long. But there was singing and dancing and worship, and it was a lot of fun.
You come here. I want to ask a question. How did you feel?
What's that?
Did you feel long? How did you felt about it?
I felt happy. I mean, these are the happiest people I've ever met. So it was fun. They danced, they sang, they danced in the aisle, they danced in their seats. The pastor danced.
Okay, thank you for that. The really answer is our service is the 4-hour service. It was because of guests. Those people who came from America, yeah, they wanted them to make happy. They forget about time. Since we stayed with the Americans, we know that time is very important here. For Africans, they don't think about time because of the environment. Sometimes they want to go maybe some of one place. She knows the Muhanga. You want to go maybe, for example, to the second house, but here there is a big mountain. You have to climb the mountain, then you go to the second house. The houses are behind the mountains. If you are there at Muhanga, you could think there is no people. But if guests are coming, you'll see people are coming. You could see that, where are they living? So you start going, and they have saying that, we are just coming just now. Expect 1 hour or 3 hours, because it is very far where they are going. So the service usually, it is in the village is 2 hours. In town, it is 1 hour, for sure. At cathedral, you know, you worship, I know. It's that. But they took some time, 1.5 an hour, but they can took 2 an hour. They can took 5 hours. When the guests come, sometime but no one is going outside. But this is how in Africa sometimes it happens. So the longest hour is 2 hours, and the shortest hour is 1 hour and a half, maybe 30 minutes. That's what we want to respond. But also, the second question we have to answer, me and you, is, are the music printed at a Muhanga? So you can stand and say, come.
Not. No, it's not.
And they sing by use. I think they are so intelligent. They don't see anywhere. They sing by using brain, is it? Yeah. What happens, because they are singing traditionally most of the time. The tradition is a part of life, you know. So but also the problem is that the poverty. They don't have money to write and print those documents. That's the problem. But in town, the choirs, they use documents in town. So we have, and we don't really have town. We have like suburb. I think I heard this word here. There is suburb. So we have suburb more because town is here. I see there is a town here, but in home we don't have town. We have suburb areas. So, but in suburb area or in town, they can print because they have computer and they have things. But in the future now, the government is sending the electricity to Muhanga. I think you see the program is going there. This year they are going to have electricity, I think. You can think them about computer. It's possible. You can think about those things, printing and other things. So the music is not printed, but they have very nice music, and they have a lot of things. I'm trying to find someone who is traditional music profession to connect with Dr. Ken. And I want to work this time when I'm here because I see this parish would like to know more Tanzania music. And I will sending some clips to Dr. Ken, and sometime I can print Tanzania music. I will find maybe even notes so that we can communicate and work together to do that. So this Dr. Ken are some of the answers. They are not rightly answered, but it happens. If you go in Africa, they use more time for service. They take longer. That's always being that happens. Okay, another question? Okay.
Our last one for the morning, so it'll be a great one, I know.
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes.
Approximately, if you know, how many Muhangans speak English?
Can I start? I really have no idea. That's my honest answer. Honesty is great. Awesome.
Okay, I cannot answer by using percent, but I want to say, first of all kids you are sending to secondary school, they speak English. So you are producing English speaker people. When you go to Muhanga, you'll see kids, students are coming back, and we are keeping the records for those kids who are going to school from each village, so that on the future we remind them to help the church back, to help their family back. That's how we are doing. So we are keeping the records as the students are going to study, going to secondary school, to university. So we have records. What we are doing is very important. So we are all students who are studying now in secondary school, all whom you are supporting, they can speak themselves English. But the first one, pastor, whom now is working, speaking English because he went to Iringa University, supported by St. Paul Area Synod, so he speaks English well. But also in the village, we have executive village secretary who are being brought by government. They speak English too. And also in primary school, we have primary school teachers who are being sent by government. Also teachers speak English because they have to go to secondary school and come and teach English and also Swahili classes at the school. Probably this is a little bit, did I try to answer? Maybe. Okay. Thank you. Do you satisfied with my answer? So thank you. Keep on. Okay. Oh, let us. Thank you. Let us clap our hands.
That's right. We are? Yes. Thanks for coming to ACE today, everybody. If you didn't go to first service and you're planning to come to second service, you can look forward to hearing Pastor Nixon's sermon. And if you already got to, then you are set for a good day.
Thank you. God bless you. Send greetings of mine to your family. I love you all. Be safe.
Asante sana. That's right. Asante sana. I'll take this.
Yeah.
Do you want this down here with you?